Coming up, I'll show you updates to Microsoft Secure Score, a solution that automatically rates how well you're leveraging security controls for Office 365 services and now Windows 10, while making it easy for you to discover and implement the security features and best practices that will advance your organization's security posture. I'm here in Secure Score, and there are three key parts of your experience: your score, taking action, and tracking your progress over time. If you are a global or workload administrator in Office 365 or Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection, you can access Secure Score from the Security and Compliance Center or by going directly to securescore.microsoft.com. There's no config necessary, no setup, it just works. When you log on to the experience, you'll see your Microsoft Secure Score ready for you to review. The score is calculated based on the controls you can configure versus what you have configured. Your Office 365 score added to your Windows score make up your Microsoft Secure Score. The numerator is the sum of the security controls that you fully or partially meet. The denominator represents the number of points that you can possibly earn given the set of features that you have available. So in this case, I have earned 791 points of security value and could go all the way up to 1,184. Note, you'll only see your Windows score if you have Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection. Now, beyond understanding what makes up your score, we help you benchmark yourself against organizations of a similar seat size across the entire service. In the future, we will be extending this to an industry view. If the Office 365 average score seems like a low number, keep in mind that there are millions of organizations of all types and sophistication in that calculation. But with the active seat size average to compare against, this should make it more relevant to you. Now, if you look over to the left, you will notice your target score. This number can be higher than your denominator, and that's because it includes all controls, whether you currently have access to them or not. This shows you for any given set of selected controls what your score could be if you took those recommended actions. My target is currently set to balanced. By moving the slider to the left, I can select a more basic level, and notice that the number of actions I need to take decrease, while moving it to the right makes more action items appear, as I target a more comprehensive level of security. Several control dimensions are available, including the ability to filter controls by user impact, implementation cost, and control type. For example, if you just want to look at low user impact controls, you can apply the filter and only work with those controls. Any control that is labeled not scored is one that you can take an action on, but we have not yet instrumented that control for points. Don't let this stop you, as taking the action improves your security and the points will be granted once instrumented. When you expand the control, you'll see a clear, easy-to-read explanation of what the risk the control is trying to mitigate, what it is we are recommending, and what will happen to your score if you take the action. We also show you some additional data, like user impact, implementation costs, to help you balance your organization's productivity against your security. Here we are looking at Enable MFA. You see a couple of new things here based on your feedback. I can say I already have another solution in place today via a third party, and we'll add those points to your score. Or I can opt out of the control by selecting Ignore, and those points will be removed from your denominator. And you can click Learn More to see an explanation of what it is we are asking you to do and the impact to your users. You can now take the action to earn points. As you can see, I'm now directed over to the admin page for MFA. Your scores will update the next day. We also now reward you with additional points for reviewing reports like logins after multiple failures and risky sign-ins. Additionally, you can now search on specific controls that you may be interested in, such as mail. This will now filter controls that have that string in them. Now that you know how to improve your score, you can leverage the Score Analyzer to track your progress over time and report your security posture to your organization. The Secure Score summary graph shows your score over time versus the Office 365 average. We've also added the ability for you to select date ranges to assess your progress for any given day. The experience will show you your points and controls completed on that day, along with a detailed summary of complete and incomplete actions. And you can also compare your score between 2 dates by selecting compare scores. Finally, as always, you can export your score data and the list of controls to a CSV or a PDF to share with your team. So that was an overview of the Microsoft Secure Score and recent updates. If you're using Office 365 or Windows Defender ATP, try it for yourself at securescore.microsoft.com. Thanks for watching.